My name is Nikolaus Schües. I'm wearing two hats today. I'm CEO of Laeisz, a medium-sized German shipowner, and I'm acting president of BIMCO. Well, I think the German maritime industry as a whole, we are heterogeneous. We are participating in most steps of the value chain of the shipping industry. We have a fragmented situation, meaning there are many players involved. We have a stable legal framework. We have the tonnage tax. We have a supportive government of transition. So I think in general the German shipping industry is in a good place to do business. We are facing challenges like the whole shipping industry worldwide. There is global friction, there is de-risking, there is decoupling, which is bad for transport. Of course, we have the transition coming with ESG. The ESG is not only about E, it's social and governance as well. We have digitalization, and we have the third issue, which is people. In the foreseeable future, it will become increasingly difficult to get seamen. So these are the international challenges that the industry is facing. I think the more specific German challenges is that we had a couple of years ago the breakdown of the KG model and the concentration on container ships. Those two have been overcome, or we are on a good way to overcome it. And I think there are no specific challenges to the shipping industry in Germany. Equity is there, debt is there. Projects are very difficult to find, but compared to international shipping, we are fine. Well, the ESG is, of course, the big elephant in the room, and it will be with us for the next 30, 40 years to come. But I would like to remind the industry that this is not something that the IMO did without us asking for it. The industry has asked the IMO to give us a very clear guideline and a clear framework of how the industry should move. Now, whether we will be able to achieve these challenges, these requirements from IMO, that remains to be seen. The 2030, the first step, the 20% reduction compared to 2008, I think will be done by efficiency in operational matters, by technical matters such as wind and support and air conduct under the vessel. It will be done by CII optimization of how you trade your vessels. It will be done by using biofuel. It possibly will be done a little bit by alternative fuels, but not in quantities. How the 2040 will be reached with ammonia, methanol, that remains to be seen, because I believe renewable energy will remain scarce for the years to come. BIMCO wants to be a facilitator of this transition. We want to be a facilitator by providing knowledge about what could be done. For example, the Blue Wispy initiative that we have just started. BIMCO wants to supply clauses and contracts that allow for a legal clarity among the participants in the industry throughout the transformation, which for sure will come with a lot of uncharted territory. BIMCO wants to be offering courses and education for people, and increasingly important, BIMCO wants to be a reliable and trusted voice for the shipping industry towards regulators. The regulators trust BIMCO because of this knowledge base that we have with the Secretariat, with the offices around the world, with the 450 volunteers from all segments of the shipping industry. And we should use this as an industry to have a good contact into the regulators' offices so that they can listen to the industry what would be achievable and what not. Because the goals of the regulators, of course, should remain realistic. And I think jointly we can there help as BIMCO to be a facilitator of transformation. Well, it's very interesting that if you look back until 2018, when the first IMO strategy was published with, if you remember, 50% reduction by 2050, there were a lot of industry participants who were hesitant and saying, well, whether that is achievable or not, that is very difficult. Then came the updated strategy in 2023. There people said, we want it and we are optimistic. And this is now, there was a kind of euphoria to go ahead. And this euphoria was dampened during London Shipping Week a little bit by market participants, among them Knut from DNV. And now we are moving from very optimistic to pessimistic into realistic. Let's call it optimistic realism. And I think that is the right path.